That is when perfectionism is in your way. Hi guys, welcome back to another week of Wake Up and Win. I am Natasha Joy, your favorite leadership coach, your favorite thought partner, your favorite friend's friend, and I am excited to share some new developments in my year 2 of my doctoral journey at Columbia University. This year we are digging deep into research, and we're also exploring theorists who are intentional about creating leaders that defy the dominant narrative. So here we're talking about leadership for change. We acknowledge that in order for change to happen, you need more than one person. You need a group of people to shift the dominant narrative, to make change. I'm gonna dig deep into a common leadership trait that at times is celebrated, but can be the demise. We're talking about perfectionism. Are you an overachiever? Check. You struggle to trust people with tasks. Are you an overthinker? You suffer from decision fatigue. And that is when you are overwhelmed by the process of making decisions. You have a fear of failure. Are you hyper self-critical? And while perfectionism has its benefits, I will not deny that. You do need to know that no one, not even you, is perfect. When perfectionists learn how to manage their tendencies, they become exceptional leaders, exceptional doers. They get things done. When you find yourself in a state of the perfectionism is stopping you from completing tasks, inhibiting you from making a decision, where you feel like you are smart and you have the knowledge, but your executive functioning, how you're showing up, how you're doing things, you often struggle with because you are overwhelmed by the actions. That is when perfectionism is in your way. But lucky for you, if you're still watching, I'm here to share with you some tips on how to leverage your spirit of perfectionism. Let's start at the top. Set good enough goals. Yes, you heard what I said, good enough. Make sure they are realistic. I know that you want to do these lofty, grand things, and you will get there. But in order to reach your big goal, you need small goals. And here's the catch. Define what good enough looks like for you. Second, please do me a big favor. Change the all or nothing mindset. Life is far more complex than yes or no. We're in the business of negotiations. How much of the thing can you get done is far better than a strong no. Perfectionists often think in extremes. We often wrap ourselves into having all of the thing or none of it. If you're working on something and you catch yourself overthinking a point, ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this going to make or break what I'm doing? Is this going to improve? Is this something I can look over? Is this something I can come back to? But avoid getting hung up on the small details at the expense of completing the task. Third, delegate and trust. Get over the me thing. Get over the I. It is your job to reach out, to consider who you need to ask for help, to trust that someone will do something, to accept what they've done as a help, to be okay with it doesn't look exactly the way you want it, but it's better than not having anything. It's a start. Welcome other people into your vision. Welcome them, because you're going to need more people to make the change. People are only going to perform as far as you expect of them, as far as the opportunity you give to them to show up. So the more you hold on to all the tasks, the less of the opportunity for other people to actually develop the skill and become the type of leader or become the type of employee that's going to help you, instead of you always managing what it is that they're doing. You have to give people space to grow. There has to be space for people to make mistakes. There has to be space for you to make mistakes. Because in mistakes are the areas where you grow. So to live a life thinking that there is no failure, there's no room for mistakes, there's no room to get it wrong, means that you're not risking enough. You're not reaching high enough. And you're not operating outside of the skill sets that you already possess. Which makes me wonder, are you growing? everyone wants to grow. Everyone wants to grow. Everyone wants to become. Everyone wants the things that they see. They want the success. But you have to accept the fact that to get there takes a lot of stretching. It takes a lot of moments of questioning and developing and doing a lot of hard things. You cannot avoid the hard parts of this journey. The hard parts are the parts that are shaping you, that are molding you into the other version of yourself. So to avoid them with perfectionism, or to calculate how you are going to manage a tough time, would be a disservice to what the tough time can create, the journey of going through a tough time and coming out on the other side. You cannot manage that. You just have to go through that. And trust that you have the skills, and you have the wherewithal, and you have the community, and you have the network, and you have the people, and you have yourself to get to the other side. I call this our character development season. It's character development. All of the greats have experienced seasons where they are lost, or they're wandering, and then they go into knowing. The best of us understand that knowledge, what we know and what we don't know, are the two important things in our lives. We know a lot, but there's also so much more to learn. Perfectionism eliminates that journey of discovery. It tells us that we know it all. It tells us that when something doesn't go our way, it's because the elements are wrong, not us. Actually, when things don't go as we design, it is us. It's a shift that we need to make because the factors are still there. But we're the ones capable of shifting and adapting and molding so that we can figure it out. We just have to give it another try. Failure is not definitive. Failure is only an opportunity for you to do something different. Perfectionism eliminates that. It sees failure as a final act, the last scene of the show. And that is not true. It's not true at all. Failure is actually an opportunity for you to discover more to a situation, to what else is out there, what else can we consider, what are we missing. Next tip, do something imperfectly. Give it a try. Do something without the expectation of it coming out perfect. Just do it. Just do it. Just do the thing you've wanted to do and go for it. Don't worry about how it's going to come out. Just get in front of it and start it. Without the preliminaries, without the questions, just get in front of it. Try it. Being in front of things without planning it trains your brain to move out of the space of perfection. It forces your body, it forces your nervous system, it forces your brain to get comfortable with uncomfortability, to get comfortable with the loss of control, to get comfortable with trusting other people with something that's important to you. It opens up the possibility. There's a point where it can actually surprise you. You'll get on the other side and see, oh look, that turned out, that actually worked out. I didn't need to research for nights on end to do this. It actually worked out in my favor. I actually have the skills. You might shock yourself. You might surprise yourself. You might empower yourself. Do something imperfect. Just do it. Just do it. Because you're going to have more than one opportunity to do this thing. You can do it again another time. You can get better at it. All you need is 1%. Every time you're trying it, you can work at something. It is not all or nothing. Please celebrate the small wins. First of all, acknowledge a win. A win is a win. Last but most important, reflect on your week. Reflect on how you did. Something you can ask yourself. Journaling is a great way of reflecting on your week so that you can improve. What did you handle well this week? One mindset shift you can make to improve for next week. Where did perfectionism slow you down? The thoughts in your head are just that, thoughts. You are in control of those and you don't have to act on them. You can use it to your advantage. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I love your comments, so go ahead and share. If any of this resonates with you, I would love to read your work and see what you are experiencing with perfectionists. My perfectionists, you need to get in here. And if you know someone who's a perfectionist, go ahead and share this. I'll be back next week with some more. Love love you, mean it. Bye.